What is up, YouTube? Nate G here, and I am bringing you a vlog. This was supposed to have been done yesterday, but it didn't happen. And I told you why in the video before. And if you have not checked out the Black Ops 2 Express that I just should upload before this video, then please check that out. That explains why I didn't bring a vlog. Yeah, I do ask a lot of questions in that video, so please leave me comments and let me know what you think. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, I did have a topic yesterday, and I was going to talk about it, but I decided not to because I don't know. I just decided not to. And the topic that I really want to bring today is something I have a lot, kind of like a lot of experience about, and that would be drinking and how that can affect your life, and it can also affect the people that are around you. And yeah, pretty much, when I was younger, probably like 20, say about 24, 25, I started drinking really, really heavily. I used to drink before, every now and again. I didn't get like screwed up. I always remembered, pretty much what was going on. But there was things that happened, uh, in my life at that time, and I really didn't talk to anybody about how I felt. Like, this ain't supposed to be a sob story, and I have kind of touched about it a little bit in one of my videos, but not a whole lot. But yeah, my friend had passed away in my apartment. Actually, two of them. I was asleep, woke up, found them. They were both dead. So, yeah, some real talk. This is what it's going to be like. Some real talk from me to you guys. And hopefully maybe this helps you guys, or maybe it won't, but hopefully it does. If you guys are struggling with what I struggled through. But yeah, so that had happened, and I felt really guilty, for well over a year. It was about a year and a half, and there wasn't one day that I didn't think about the incident that had occurred, and how they had died is they were doing whippets, and if you don't know what that is, you can grab an oxygen tank like from a dentist office, you fill a balloon up with it, you inhale it, it gets you high for about 10 seconds, and then it goes away. But they were being really stupid about it and decided to stick bags over their head and they had made, like, rigged a tube from the oxygen tank, so they just stuck the tube up in the bag and filled it up, and yeah, I'm guessing they both passed out and fell asleep with the bags over their head. So technically what happened is they suffocated. Uh, so I thought they were done with it. Like, I was kind of like the parent, I guess, and try to make sure like everybody was okay. Definitely, I had friends drinking over at my apartment or doing whippets, which is the only time that ever happened. I didn't even know what the hell one was, and it seemed harmless to me at the time. But yeah. So anyway, that happened. So I went a year and a half. I felt guilty because I fell asleep because they said they were done. I was like, whatever, okay, cool. Um, so I went to bed and woke up about 6 in the morning, and they were both dead. And yeah. So anyway, this is a really hard topic for me to talk about, but yeah. So if I pause, I'm sorry, but it is hard. And I hope you guys would understand that this isn't easy, but I also feel like if I can tell the story and it helps somebody, then that's what I want to do, and that is something I'm very passionate about in my life is to help people, help younger kids. Shoot, maybe I should go to school for that, but it's something I've always been really passionate about. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. I felt guilty for a year, and I've said this probably like 5, 6 times now. And then I started drinking, and it become like this weekend thing. When I had a day off from work, me and my friend would drink, and then I realized like when I was drinking, I wasn't thinking about that anymore, and so it slowly become like 3, 4 times a day, or 3 or 4 times a week, we drink, and then it become like almost pretty much an everyday thing for me. Uh, and I feel really bad. Felt really bad about that because it affected the people that I loved the most in my life, and it changed me uh, a lot. I become like I become this person that I didn't even like, and it got to the point one night to where I just had enough. Like I remember I sat outside and I was just crying because like I'd realized like the the life that that I was living wasn't right, and I was sitting outside my apartment, and I started crying, and and so I decided to change my life, and I did for I did like have I drunk since then? Uh, yeah, uh, but not like that. Like I went a whole 2 years without drinking, um, because uh, yeah, like I didn't have a desire to. I didn't want to, and then like I don't know, a couple years ago, I used to drink a beer every now and again, um, and then yeah, uh, then every now and again I go out and I'll drink. I take a few shots, but like I don't know. Last time I did that, I just got to the point where I was like, why am I even doing this? Like, I know where I come from, and I definitely like know that I don't want to ever go back to drinking all the time, and the amount that I was. I'm surprised I'm even still here because I would drink like the biggest bottle of Jaeger that I could find, plus about a quarter to a half a bottle of Jack, plus about a half a bottle of vodka, and that's within a 4 or 5 hour period. All of it would be gone, and then I'd want to go to the beer store and get beer and drink that on top of it. Like that's how bad it was. And yeah, so last time me and my friend went out drinking, like I really decided after that night that I really I don't know, maybe it's because I got older. Like I just really don't want to drink. Like I don't have a desire to do that anymore. Um, yeah. So how that really affected me it started making me turn into like an angry person. Um, at first it was like I was like the happy type of drunk. Like it was cool, or at least I thought it was cool at the time. Like just have fun. I was happy. I didn't have to think about that no more. And then the more I drank, the more I started seeing like another side of me come out, and I started becoming a little bit angry and a little bit bitter, and just all around, like, I started to change. And when I noticed that I was changing like that, that's when I was like, look, I'm stopping, um, because I'm hurting people that I really, really care about in my life. So I stopped. And the thing about it is if you lost a friend, or if you lost anybody that you cared about, and you feel like you could have did something to change that, because that's the way I felt. Um, if they choose, say that they OD'd, if they chose to do that, even if you were around them and you're like, well, I'm gonna go, and then later on, I mean, that was their choice. So please, as hard as it is, it's not your fault. It was their fault. It was their choice. And that's something I had to pound into my head in order to get over it. And I was listening to the tape yesterday of me and Steve, who was my best friend, that died at my apartment. And I heard his voice like on this tape. And because we were in a band together. And yeah, we recorded on a freaking tape recorder, and we thought it was like the coolest crap in the world, because we could hear what we sounded like, and then we just made changes if we didn't like it. But like, I heard his voice, and then he played, I forget what the name of the song is, but it's like something that he used to play a lot. And like, it was, I don't know, it was really, really beautiful sounding and melodic, even though we are like all heavy, and I don't know, we're like heavy melodic sounding. But I think it was like a classical piece, and he talked, and then he started playing that. I remember, yeah, I was sat here, and I mean, I literally cried because I had not heard his voice in like 6 years, almost 7. It'll be 7 in July. Not like that. There's a few times on the tape that I remembered, because I hadn't listened to it in like a very, very long time, that I hear his voice every now and again. But like, it was me and him having a conversation, and then I don't know, it brought memories. Like, I remember that conversation me and him having, and then I remember like that whole day. So yeah, so I mean, it's okay to miss that person, because he was like a brother to me. We hung out every day, uh, and stuff. So, and when I mean every day, I mean every day for a long time. Um, 2, 3 years. I think out of the 2 or 3 years that we hung out, uh, I think there was like a total of maybe, let's say, 12 days that I didn't hang out with him at some point, one point or another in the day. I mean, we took our music very, very, very seriously. Uh, and I think the last band that we were in, it showed like how much time we put in. It was some of the best stuff that we'd ever did. And as far as I'm concerned, some of the best stuff at the time that the Dallas music scene had to offer, as far as like heavy melodic bands. Now, we play with a lot of like hardcore bands and stuff, but you put us in the mix, and we were different. So it's like, I don't know, I kind of like that, because some people get tired of hearing the screaming bands, you know, growling, screaming. You hear them one after another. Then we get on stage, and it's like, whoa! It was something little. It was something different. and I think people like that, and people responded to that, and it was some of the most fun times that year that I'd ever had. So I don't know. I'm just rambling as usual. Another long vlog as normal because that's what I do is talk forever. But I don't know. Leave me some comments and you know, let me know something you struggle with that you got through. And I want this to be. I don't want this to be like a downer video. I mean, I want you guys to know if you're going through anything like that whatsoever, like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, even though you might not see it. And please don't fall into depression about it. Uh, I mean, I know, even though I know it's hard. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, really. Um, if you are struggling with drinking, please get help or talk to me or leave me a PM. I will definitely not uh, call you out whatsoever. Like, that would be like just between me and you, and that's it. Like, so yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel through everything, every battle in life, because that's what life is. It's just it seems like there's really really high points and there's really really low points, and that was one of my really really low points, and I got over it, and I I still think about him, like no doubt, like that's what I do, but I don't feel guilty no more. I don't feel like it's my fault. So anyway, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm at. I feel like this is kind of a downer. So next week, expect something. I don't know, like a story, something, or something like retarded or funny. Because I don't want every video I do just to be a downer. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.